Okay, so we are going to do 36 through 41. Remember, there are a lot of different ways to do these problems, so I'm only going to work them one way each, but I will go through each of the ways we learned at least once when going through these. Okay, so for 36, I've got r plus 3 times r plus 7. Let's go ahead and do the horizontal method first, distribution. So I've got r plus 3 times r plus 7. Pen doesn't want to work right now. Let's see if I can get this other one. Okay, and so I'm going to do r times r plus r times 7 plus 3 times r plus 3 times 7. And then I'm just going to simplify. So I get r squared plus 7r plus 3r plus 21. Notice that your middle two terms are like terms, so we get r squared plus 10r plus 21. Okay, so again, whether you did the box method, vertical method, horizontal FOIL, whichever one you use, this is the answer you should have gotten for number 36. Okay? So now we're going to do 37. So I'm going to use the box method for the next one. So I'm going to do 4a minus 5. And then I have a plus 2. Remember, I'm going to make a box here. If you can. The box isn't as pretty as your box is going to be, I'm sure. And then it's like a Punnett square, so I'm just going to multiply to get what's in the box here. So a times 4a is going to give me 4a squared. 4a times 2 is 8a. Negative 5 times a is negative 5a. And negative 5 times 2 gives me negative 10. Remember, whenever we do the box, your like terms are on the diagonal. So you should get 4a squared plus 3a minus 10 is your final answer. No matter which way you did it, this is still your answer. Okay. Number 38, I'm going to go ahead and do the vertical method. So we get 5g minus 7h, 4g plus 3h. And so we're going to do 3h times 7h first, which gives us negative 21h squared. Then I get 3h times 5g, which gives me 15gh. And that is alphabetical. Then we're going to have a placeholder here. So 4g times negative 7h is negative 28gh. And notice these all line up for us. Nice. And then 4g times 5g is 20g squared. So we've multiplied everything. Now I just add down. So I get 20g squareds minus 13gh minus 21h squared. Okay, so that's what you should have gotten. Again, no matter which way you did it, that is your answer for number 38. Okay, number 39. So this is 4p minus 3 times 3p squared minus p plus 2. Again, whenever I get into trinomials times something, we'll go ahead and do the box method on this one, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the vertical method here. So I'm going to do 3p squared minus p. It really doesn't matter which one. I just like the longer one on top, but it doesn't matter. And then 4p times negative 3. You've got a binomial times a trinomial, so that means that's a 2 by 3 grid, so we should get 6 multiplications happening. Okay, so 4p times 3p squared equals 12p cubed. 4p times negative p is negative 4p squared. 4p times 2 gives us 8p. Negative 3 times 3p squared is negative 9p squareds. Negative 3 times negative p is 3p. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Remember, these are on the diagonal, so those are my like terms. So my total answer is 12p cubed minus 13p squared plus 11p's minus 6. Again, no matter which way you did it, this is the answer you should have gotten. It doesn't matter the method as long as you get the answer the same. So that is that one. Okay, 40. Let's go ahead and do the vertical method just because there's quite a few things that are going to happen here. So x squared minus 7x plus 4 times 2x squared minus 3x minus 6. So we get negative 6 times 4 is negative 24. 6 times negative 7x is positive 42x. And negative 6 times x squared is negative 6x squared. And I have a placeholder. Negative 3x times 4 is negative 12x. Negative 3x times negative 7x is 21x squared. Negative 3x times x squared is negative 3x to the third. Then I have two placeholders. And 2x squared plus 4 is 8x squared. 2x squared times negative 7x is negative 14x cubed. And then 2x squared times x to the second is 2x to the fourth. And this is the beauty of this method, especially for something this big. I just did 9 multiplications of monomials, but now everything is already lined up for me. And if you forget a cubed, you'll see it right away and say, okay, what's this column supposed to be? This is all my x squareds. These are my x's. This is my x to the fourth, and if you'll notice, it's in descending order already. So 4, 3, 2, 1, x to the 0. So my answer here is 2x to the fourth minus 17, x to the third, and then plus 23x squared, I believe, 29 minus 6, and then plus 30x's, and minus 24. So again, no matter which way you did it, if you did the box method, distributive method, that's going to get you this answer right here. Okay, number 41, the problem is what some of you are going to want to do is put an exponent here, distribute, and then get 4a squared minus 25 and say be done with it. But that is not the case. So what you're going to do is you're going to rewrite it. So I get a binomial times a binomial, and I won't mess up. So I'll get 4a minus 5 times 4a minus 5. I'm going to go ahead and do FOIL with this one to save us a little time. 4a times 4a gives us 16a squared. 4a times negative 5 gives us negative 20a on the outside. Inside gives us negative 20. Oops, I forgot my a here. Do not forget that on the test. That's something a lot of people were doing. Negative 20a and then negative 25. And again, notice your like terms are in the middle. So if I had left that at negative 20, I should notice something was off right away because they weren't both a terms, so I had forgotten that. So I get 16a squared minus 40a minus 25. So clearly there is a middle term here that you forgot to do when you just distribute, so that is completely wrong. I'm going to put that in red, so that's no, we do not do that. And this is wrong as well. Okay, so this is how you want to rewrite and then do it using your box method, vertical method, etc. And 42 is already done out for us. So I'm going to go ahead and do again the distributive method. So I'll write it out this time too. So 5x times 5x, then 5x times negative 3, so plus 5x times negative 3. And then plus 3 times 5x, and then 3 times 3, plus 3 times negative 3. And I get 25x squared minus 15x plus 15x minus 9. And what we notice is the binomials are almost exactly the same except one is plus and one is minus. We call that can't remember what we call that right now. It's a difference of binomials, but well, it'll be a difference of squares is basically what it'll be, because these are opposites, so these cancel, and we're left with 25x squared minus 9. So isn't that a difference of squares? Difference means we're going to subtract. And this is a perfect square because it's 5x times 5x. And this is a perfect square because it was 3 times 3. And so that's your answer for 42. For 43, let me clear annotations. Again, I don't want to distribute that 2. I want to rewrite it when we're talking about the whole binomial being multiplied by itself. So this is 3p plus 4 times 3p plus 4. And let's go ahead and do the box method on this one since I haven't in a while. So 3p plus 4, 3p plus 4. We're going to make a box here. So 3p times 3p is 9p squared. 4 times 3p is 12p. 3p times 4 is 12p. 4 times 4 is 16. Again, my like terms are on the diagonal and they're both positive, so I will have a middle term. 9p squared plus 24p plus 16. Okay, and that is your answer. That's it. I added my 12 and 12 to get my middle term. So that's the entire test. If you need to do more problems, do the odds. And good luck tomorrow. Maybe we won't have school, so maybe it'll be Wednesday. Thanks.